Hello everyone, today we're going to do this beautiful accessory. In this part of the video, I'm giving you general information that this beautiful headband was knitted with 2 strands of the yarn. In the first part we made some increase, and then we formed this little hoop with 1 strand of the yarn. Main part we're going to need on bigger size of needles, and the small size of the needles we're going to use for this part. So the longevity which you're planning to do will depend on the size of your head or of your neck. I'm not sure for what you're planning to do it and how you're planning to wear it. So of course try to use the soft yarn which you feel comfortable to wear, because it's going to touch the most sensitive part of your skin, and I'm going to show how we're going to do the creases on this end. So let's talk a bit about the yarn. As I mentioned before, we're going to knit with 2 strands, so I recommend use some thin yarn like sport and maybe fingering. I used BC yarn Balance by BC Garn. You can see how thin this yarn is. It's 50 milligram to 25 meters. The recommended needle size, you can see, it's 55 pure organic wool, 45 pure organic cotton. It's really soft, nice yarn. To me, as I'm not really sensitive to the yarn person, very nice and soft. So I highly recommend. I love their colors. So you can definitely buy, but you can use any yarn you would like to. So from 2 strands I need to make 3 stitches. Any easy way you can prefer, you can just start and make 3 stitches on your needle. As you see, I'm using big size of the needles. To me it's number 5. So what I'm going to do next, these 3 stitches I'm going to knit, including the first stitch. Yes, first row I'm going to knit all 3 stitches. So first row, I just knit all the stitches. 1, 2, 3. Look what I'm doing right now. Because we're planning to do this beautiful edge, I have to flip my needle like this. So meaning the yarn has to come behind your work, not in front of your work, behind your work like this. From this row we start to do increases. So from this stitch I'm going to pull up not 1, I'm going to pull up 2 new stitches. So look how I'm doing it. First time as a normal, and the second time from the back side of the stitch, pulling up new one, knitting last stitch, flipping up my work. Yarn will stay always on my finger, always. Okay, again, I'm always going to knit 2 stitches, 1 extra stitch from this stitch. This stitch is the second from the last, always from the second from the last stitches. I'm going to do one more stitch. Okay, again like this, and pulling needle inside from the back. I'm going to pull up again from back side of the stitch, flipping up my work. Okay, let me show one more time. Knitting till the second from the last, and I'm going to pull up again, extra stitch. Okay, knitting together one more row. So with these increases which we making each row, we're increasing each row by one new stitch from this second from the last. We are forming this shape. So in this part of the knitting, we also need to write the side where we're not, the part where we're not going to do any increases, just straight, very straight part of our scarf. So this part I'll do together, at least beginning I'll do together. So over here I already stopped doing my increases. This part I stopped. That's it, I'm done. And I'm needed one more row hidden over there, so it's 13 rows, 15 stitches, as we started from 3, meaning I did 12 increases, and over there I'm counting, but I know already that I needed 26 rows, and it was 27 stitches and 15 rows. I knitted straight with no any increases. So this straight part was 15 rows. This one I'm planning to knit smaller, more narrow. You see, I'm comparing how much narrow this one, and you can do increases as much as you want. You can do this part as long as you wish. This one, precisely this part, you can do it a little longer. Decided to show you the first row without any increases. What we're planning to do, we're just going to knit very straight. Just, I know it might be funny to show, but I'm not sure who is planning to see this video. Maybe this video going to see people who is really new in knitting, just beginners, so they not really understand what I'm talking about. So this row I'm going to just knit straight, and the end I'm not going to do any increases, and I'm still keeping up flipping up the knitting because I want to keep up this you see how beautiful the edge. So that's it. I just will follow each next row till I will continue forming this heart shape. So as you see, I finished forming this beautiful heart shape, including the part where I didn't do any increases. Now we're going to knit this narrow part we need to switch our needles on the smaller size, and for this size I'm going to use 2.5 needles. The reason why we are switching this, because this part must be really narrow. If you understand the construction of this scarf, you know that the other side of the scarf will go inside of the hole. So, and to make sure that it can hold this other side of the scarf, this hole has to be narrow. Yeah, I know it's really funny construction, but I think it's really unusual. You see how it fixed kinda like inside? Therefore, we're going to need this part with the smaller needle size. So in this part, we're going to separate our stitches. We're going to remove our big needle, and I'm planning to use smaller size needle, which is for me 3.5 centimeters. And I'm going to separate all the stitches, putting all the single strand of the stitch on the separate needle. So for me it was 15, it's supposed to be 15 on each needle. So 15 on this side and 15 on the other side. So it's very easy, it's nothing hard. You're just pulling up all of them separately. So I'm separated. Now I'm separating the strands, and I'm planning to knit ribbon 1 to 1 on each side. So remember I told you that the number is supposed to be odd, just because I would like to start creating nice ribbon. I would like to start when we separated the stitches like this. So now we're going to knit ribbon, 1 ribbon. So remember the number of stitches odd. So what we're going to do, and we're going to form a nice edge here, totally different to compare the other one. So the edge not supposed to be flipping up, it's supposed to be like this. So knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. You see, it's a knit, and we purl this one, the last one, and we also try to flip it the way like this to forming nice edge. So flipping up our knitting, continue knitting as we see it. So it's purl, knit, purl, no changes. We'll continue knit and form our beautiful loop part. Okay, I'll meet you when I finish forming one side, and we will start together this one. Okay, so I finished knitting the first part. So the longevity of this part must be half of the main part. I hope you understand what I mean. So the longevity of this, let me do in inches. It's like 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 and 5. So, and here is like almost 4. No, I'm lying. 3.5 almost. So it's approximately over here must be half less than over here. So now I'm continuing to knit this part. So I'm just easy removing like this, just because it's a wrong side. Here I'm going to purl, then knit, purl, knit, because here I started knit, purl. Here it will be opposite. Okay, as you see, I'm finished knitting both sides of the narrow part. You see how nice and different the edge, the end of the knitting. So we have to attach it together back again. So what we're going to do, we're going to undo the first stitch in each row, here from this part and from this part too, and we're going to knit them together with both two strands. And what we're going to do also, we're going to switch our needle to back to the bigger size. You see, I already did it. I hope you had no problem to attach both sides together with two strands. So again, we just have to knit 2 different stitches with double strand back again till the end, and then we leaving these small needles, we don't need them anymore. We're going to continue work till the end on the bigger size. So we're going to knit all this part. You're going to knit till this part as long as you knit, and we will meet. So as you see, I already finished knitting, and we're going to do decreases. So we are almost done. I'll show you a few times how we're doing decreases. Decreases are the same as increases. We're doing by the end of each row. So each row we're going to knit together 2 stitches till we have 3 stitches. So we're going to knit 2 stitches together, and we will meet. I'll show you how to finish the process when it will be like only 3 needles. It's very easy actually. So you see, we just knitting 2 stitches together, and that's all. So continue do your decreases, and in the next part of the video I will show you how to end. So we will meet when I'll have 5 or 6 stitches on my needle. So over here I have left only 5 stitches, so I'm going to continue do my decreases. Nothing new, I'm continue do till I have left only 1 stitch. So I continue do decreases till I have left only 1 stitch, which I closed, and then I'll show you how to hide the end of the string inside. See, like knitting all together. Now we have only 2 stitches, we're going to knit them together, and that's it. Then we're going to cut our yarn. Congrats, we're almost done. And here I would like to show you how I am hiding this piece of yarn inside of your work. So I'm using small hook, small size hook. You can actually do whatever you would like to do. I just wanted to show how I'm doing this. That's all. So I'm almost done. And I continue keep hiding, then I will cut it. That's all. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial. I really hope you like it. So subscribe, like this video, write the comments, or dislike if you do not like this video. And for my subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you for all your subscriptions, and thank you watching my videos. Stay well. Bye bye.